Okay, I don't got the 446 mix down pat like everyone else has yet, but I can do the pattern and the stack pattern, but I have to follow what I wrote down, what I understand to make it work. But anyway, with my own words. Anyway, I mean, this instructional thing is really good. Just I put it in my own words so I can, like, short notes to know. Everybody has their own pattern. It's like Craig Petty for Cube 3 wanted the little little big big and big big little little. Craig Petty does it with numbers, but everybody has their own style of doing anything. Like Cufford has his style of doing illusions. Doug Henning has his style. Everybody has their own style, and I got my style. Alright. Suppose they chose the color red. Well, you show there's no red there. No red there. Craig Petty teams up with a lot of magicians and brainstorming ideas. Kev G and Colin Claus with their 446 mix and their 446 stack and stuff like that. I wish they would have threw in the Decepticon. That'd be the icing on the cake, cherry on the top. Because with Stephen Brundage, it came with a cube, a website, and a password. Same as Sam Hung, Crazy Sam Solve, Henry Harrius Presents. It has Henry Harrius on it too. It comes with a cube and a website and a password. Now, nothing against Kev G and Colin Claus, but in order to get it, see, there's 6 volumes, but they probably going to do more, as Craig Petty says. But I think they said they're coming out with a book. But anyway, they come out with a book. Hopefully, they come out with a Decepticon with it. Anyway, they don't send a solid object with me. And Bob Scofield doesn't download anything on his computer. It's got to be something solid in the mail, like a Rubik's Cube, or a deck of cards. In this case, it was Craig Petty was a godsend to have these colored cards. He came with the idea by playing a game of Uno cards and said, "Hey, I could do something like this," and he was able to have a solid cards that I can get in the mail through Penguin's Magic that's connected to Murphy's Magic. Same with Crazy Stephen Brundage. I'll get it right. Cube 3 thing. Anyway, see, well, anyway, you get the idea. Anyway, you can see that there's no red all around. And the person chose red. And then I do the 446 again, and it'll put it back to solid again. And then the 446 stack, you do something slightly similar but slightly different, and makes it even more of a mix. And then you do the 446 again. You got many times, and then the last time the cube is all solid again. And the spectator can pick any color they want, and that will be the color on the bottom, even for the 446 mix and the 446 stack. Craig Petty, I'm glad you came out with Cube 52, so I can learn. You can have a lot more ideas through KFG and Colin Collins, and they threw in the 446 mix. I just wish they would have did Decepticon. That way it would have be the icing on the cake, cherry on the top. Oh well. Someone is bound to show how to do it somehow. They did all the other stuff, Venom Cube and Greg Wilson's Rubicon 7 pattern and all that stuff. And the 2112 Apple Bite Juggler showed how to do that on YouTube. Anyway, I just having faith someone's going to show me the Decepticon, because all I wanted was Volume 1, and Bob don't do downloads. It's got to come with a solid object, with a website and a password to hand it to me on a Sunday. But he waits until after church to give it to me. Because first is church service, then adult Sunday school, and teen Sunday school, and then after that, everybody heads to their car or van or whatever. In this case, the church van for me. But during church service, children's church is going on in the fireplace. But certain Sundays, the juniors are in church service because the pastor wants them to understand how a church service goes and know a lot of hymn songs and not just regular children's Bible songs. So when they do their testimonies, they can use a hymn song instead of a Bible song and stuff like that. Pastor Mike Asher's new ideas. And we plan to expand the church. 5-phase plan. The building instructor, we're still waiting for him, the architecture rather, to get the green light from him to get all that done. But the city has gave the green light to go ahead and expand. It took a long time to get to that point. But now we just gotta wait for the architecture to get done with what he's gonna do to give the green light, and then everything will go forward. Then we can expand the 5-phase plan. Good News Baptist Church in Chesapeake, Virginia, 3252 Taylor Road on Bruce Road. This is October 9th, year 2025. So probably in the year 2026, sometime we should have the floor plans and start building them. I'm just taking a guess. That is Bob Scofield, KTM motocross biker, sponsored by Honda when he was a teenager in Guam and Panama Canal. His brother was born in Panama Canal. Anyway, his dad traveled a lot on USO or YMCA stuff. And I think his mom was a stewardess in an airplane. Anyway, so Bob's been everywhere. So in a way, he's like a missionary. So he understands how missionaries are. Because Josh and Sarah Wager and their children, they're in Chute. But he remembers that same island was called Truck. And Jared Phillips said he remembers it Truck also. Truck. But now it's called Chute. Like a choo-choo train. Chute. Times change. Anyway, as Bob Scofield would say, KTM motocross biker, illusionist magician, born again Christian brother in Christ, friend since 1980s on up. Says same bat time, same bat channel. And if you want to dim him, he's about to park somewhere or let some people off the van, he goes, "Is there a 747 anywhere?" "No, we don't see a 747 anywhere," Bill Bob.